It's business tip time. Whether it's marketing, sales, operations, etc., I'm bringing you quick tips across a variety of topics to help elevate your business. Let's get it. A disgruntled dreamer is a risky mentor. I came across this quote this morning and I was struck by the simplicity of this truth. How many times have we been wildly excited about an idea, needing to share it, only to share it with someone who shoots it down? When you have an idea for a business, be very careful who you share it with, especially in its infancy when ideas are fragile and easy to snuff out. When I had the idea to write a book called The Corporate Dropout, the vision of which is to provide an energetic and tactical blueprint for people, especially women, to leave their jobs, I knew a podcast needed to accompany it. I was very careful who I told this idea to. I only shared it with those who are more successful than me, that have an entrepreneurial spirit, and that give constructive feedback to help me hone in on the target. Doing this, listening to my intuition and staying in alignment gave me the green lights that I needed to go all in and do this. And then the book and the podcast ideas led to yet another idea. The idea for this Business Foundations Masterclass that I'm now launching with a business partner this fall. Point being, sharing ideas with fellow dreamers, doers, and entrepreneurs is a great way to accelerate your idea becoming reality, and it will often give birth to more ideas when shared with the right people. But don't ask for advice or validation from people who are not in that headspace. They might tell you your idea sucks, not because it does, but because of their own pain from past failures and their own unrealized dreams. It may even be well-intentioned as they're trying to protect you from experiencing that same disappointment. But nevertheless, it can derail you and keep you from your destiny. This quote has come up on almost every episode we've recorded thus far, and it bears repeating again. You will never be criticized by someone doing more than you, only by someone doing less. Now, I don't want to confuse constructive, helpful feedback with criticism either. Taking feedback and pivoting when needed is absolutely crucial. Being coachable is one of the best assets that you can have. But consider the source of this advice or this perspective that's being shared with you. Consider the intent. Guard your dreams and ideas. And if you do have a dream-crushing conversation, look inward. Do you know it's a good idea that needs to be birthed? Is it coming from an intention of service? If so, find new advisors and keep going. Some of the most iconic creators and business leaders of our time have had naysayers on their big ideas. Here are two of my favorite examples. Did you know Walt Disney started out wanting to create comics for newspapers? One newspaper editor claimed that he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. I'm sure glad that he kept going. In fact, years later, he wanted to create Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which would be the first animated feature-length film of its kind. And the entire film industry was sure it would flop. Even his wife and his brother, who co-founded Walt Disney Studios with him, tried to talk him out of doing this project. Luckily, he knew he had a winner, and he persisted. He ended up winning an Oscar for Snow White, and the movie brought in $8 million upon release, which would be about $154 million today. Another example is a woman I greatly admire. Sarah Blakely cut the feet off her pantyhose and created Spanx. She turned an initial investment of $5,000 into a billion-dollar brand. I read in Inc. magazine that when she approached lawyers about the concept of Spanx, they thought the idea was, quote, so outrageous that they were convinced she had been sent by candid camera, end quote. In summary, be mindful of who you ask for advice. Take constructive feedback and use it to tweak or pivot when needed. And ask your target audience, what do they want? Run focus groups, find out. Before we get too married to an idea, Find out what the market you're serving actually needs and wants, and be ready to pivot to continually serve them better. I got great advice from a business mentor while I was at Salesforce. Better, never best. Even if you have turned your idea into an amazing company and organization, you can continually improve and continually innovate. So keep having those ideas. Bottom line, if you know you've got $1 million or $1 billion idea, keep going. The world needs you. Listen to your gut. Find a way to continue. No good stories without obstacles, but you got this. Thanks for listening to the show today. If today's episode added value to your life in some way, please subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. I'd love to connect with you on Instagram and hear how the show has helped or inspired you. So tag me or slide into the DMs anytime. Find me at Corporate Dropout Official or Alacia Citro. That's ALESSIACITRO and 2 underscores. Until next time, remember, you're a badass. Stay focused, stay hungry, and dare to drop out.